Welcome to the Endless Honeymoon Podcast. It's a Sunday afternoon. Natasha, how do you feel?
Oh, I'm really great.
Good.
Doing good.
It's good to see you in a PMA, Natasha.
Positive mental attitude. It's my new mantra.
I love it. It's a mantra that I actually mandated.
Oh, yeah. It came from you.
It's a Moshe mandated mantra. It's a triple M.
Thank you.
Speaking of things that are purely positive, we've talked to you a lot about our TikTok influencers that live next door. And we wanted to bring in a real TikTok influencer because sometimes we feel like we focus too much on stand-up comedians, and there's a new genre of comedy out there, and it's TikTok. And just to stay relevant with what's new and what's fresh and what's cutting edge, we have one of the biggest stars of TikTok. Apparently he's starting to do stand-up as well, kind of an interloper into our community. The one and only, our friend, TikTok impresario, Todd Barry. Todd.
Hey everyone. Thank you for doing that as I requested.
You should.
You nailed all the beats.
Intro.
You nailed all the beats I told you to hit. And
well, Todd and I did a stand-up show last night, and I asked him what he wanted as his introduction, because you've done so much stand-up over the years. You've been in movies, and all he said was mention my TikTok.
He's making that up.
That is true. I had to follow Todd last night, which was, not easy. Never easy.
I hate that.
Nobody likes following Todd.
I used to go before him. That was fun.
Up before Todd?
Yeah.
Todd, how are you?
I'm all right. How you guys doing?
Good. Very good. Thank you for joining us today. Natasha doesn't really understand TikTok, and to be honest, I don't really either. How did you make your inroads?
Well, I'm the laziest TikToker around. I mean, there's people who just do stuff where you're like, how many hours did you spend making this? There's all these filters that I don't know about, and I do the laziest, whatever I can slam out in a minute. I also don't post a lot, but I did early
But our
on.
podcast producer said you were like, she pointed me in the direction of your TikTok page.
Well, there's better people than me. Thank you, though. But I only have like 9,000 or something followers.
Oh.
I'm just kidding. I have no idea if that's a lot.
But it was funny because early on in the TikTok thing, I want to get a verified account.
And
so I wrote to my agent, and somehow they knew something, and they filled out this form, and I got verified. And there was even someone who had the name I wanted, which was just Todd Barry. And I found it was like a sort of a dead account. I go, this person hasn't posted in years. Can I have that account? And they got the account and verified me. So
if they hadn't posted in years, that meant that they got at Todd Barry almost the moment that TikTok came online.
Before I was savvy enough to get it.
But I got to say, that sounds like a lot of time in a day that you would spend.
Just to email your agent and say, can I have Todd Barry?
Yeah, the form was very short. You just had to provide a link to show that you've done anything.
I give up. I will stick with something, but then as soon as it gets like mildly annoying, like you've got to go get a blood test or you've got to make another phone call, I kind of give up.
You did have to do a blood test.
You have to be vaccinated to get a TikTok verified account,
check
right?
your Vax card. A series of blood tests.
No, I remember I went to all these classes, 6 classes to be a hospice worker because someone recommended it would like totally get rid of my fear of death. And so I went through all these classes, and then as soon as they needed me to go downtown and get a blood test, I just never did it.
You just tapped out.
Out.
It wasn't working in a hospice that scared you.
It was
probably that really was what it was.
Oh my God, that sounds brutal.
I feel like I have been shirking on jury duty for 20 years now.
Me too.
I've been on 3 juries.
Really? Have you ever taken one all the way to trial?
3 3, yeah.
Whoa, tell us about that. What were they? Are you allowed to
not
talk
allowed
about
to
it?
talk
No, you
about
are. Once it's over. What trials?
I don't. They're just petty, like little, I don't know, assaults and things like that. And I do remember there was one where it was 11-1. I used to do a bit about it on stage, but
Can you do the bit for us?
I don't remember the bit.
This is morning radio and just do the bit.
I don't remember the bit. That's how many bits I've got in my log and my library. But the
Moshe always remembers my bits that I've forgotten.
I also, to be honest, Todd, I often remember your bits. You have such quotable jokes that I find it very easy to perform them on stage when I'm bombing, and it'll pull me out of a bomb. I'll just do one of your bits, and it really helps.
I hear you quote them without doing the quote part.
Yeah.
You just do them.
No, the ones I quote the most of yours, and I want to get back to your jury duty.
Okay.
But I recently, see if I got these right. Every time I see a person with a neck tattoo,
Oh God.
I think, hey, you totally forgot to not do that.
Yeah. What is it about hearing your old bits back in your face? It makes me feel like that was mine.
Okay, one more. Ready to get uncomfortable again? I recently saw a guy with a watermelon slice yarmulke.
Yeah.
A watermelon slice
That's
yarmulke.
an old one.
I'm pretty sure if God's okay with the watermelon yarmulke, he's okay with no yarmulke. Am I getting that right?
That's not bad. It's not a bad paraphrase.
Yeah, that's a good.
And you know what? That really, I think, probably helped Moshe think a little more openly about wearing a yarmulke.
It did. It really restructured my entire relationship with faith
wear one?
and dogma. No.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a yarmulke. This is kind of like a maritime yarmulke.
I've seen people. I think they're wearing a baseball cap, and you're like a Hasidic Jew, and they're like, does that counts? I guess. So any hat now?
No, they're hiding their yarmulke.
Oh,
underneath
it does.
The baseball
No,
cap.
no, you can wear a baseball cap instead of a yarmulke. That's totally okay and totally kosher. And when Hasidic Jews go out to party or go to like houses of ill repute or strip clubs, they'll wear the baseball cap as if that makes them incognito.
Right.
Full beard,
Right.
side locks, but they've got a Yankees cap on.
Black overcoat in the summer.
My friend told me he once went to a bathhouse in New York, and he was a gay bathhouse. I mean, yeah, I think that's all there are. And he was having sex with a guy, and there were two Hasidic Jews watching him. And he said, "Did you want to join in?" And they both very uncomfortably said, "No, we're just here to watch," which I thought was that's a sweet thing for them.
What a beautiful story about your religion.
That's a great story.
Well, they're trying. They're gay guys.
No, maybe they just didn't like those two. They're obviously getting ready for something else. Why? Just because they passed on those guys doesn't mean
they were standing there.
fornicating.
They were standing there staring. It's not like they weren't into what they were looking at. They probably weren't courageous enough to get involved.
Right.
But they wanted to watch.
Maybe there's like a line in their mind they could draw, like they could go, "Okay, we're just watching. We didn't do that thing, so we're still
Totally
good religious people."
I think that's probably about right.
That's nice.
I mean, Hasidic Jews are like trapped who aren't religious. If they don't believe in the religion or they're gay or whatever, they're very much trapped in the society because everyone they know, everything, their job opportunities, how they get food, how they get money, how they get education, all of it is in that society. So it's very difficult. You go to a bathhouse, but if you go say I'm gay now, then you've just lost kind of every social connection you have.
And the priest just fucked the kids.
That's different. Different religion. Totally different religion.
That's the religion I grew up in.
Yeah. What's your favorite religion, Tom?
Oh, I'm a big fan of Judaism.
Yes.
I'm Jewish. I don't have a favorite religion. No one, and I've also never been asked that question. So if I'm stammering, it's because I've now like, no.
Oh wait. So tell us about this 11-1. You were like in 12 Angry Men. You were Henry Fonda.
I remember. I mean, I kind of feel guilty because I'm not sure if I caved or not, and I did eventually change my vote. But I remember this one of the jurors like, "How can we help you?" It was the thing where if I didn't change my vote, we would have gone to a hotel by the airport and been sequestered.
And you didn't agree with them.
I think I just had this very strict standard of doubt, and they were kind of like. But then I found out that you didn't for this particular case. It didn't have to be a reasonable doubt. Like you could sort of go with your gut on it. I don't remember. And I just kind of. But then after that, subsequent to that, I told when they were screening me for jury duty, I said, I was on a jury. I've been on 3 juries, and one time I felt like I kind of felt the pressure to change my. And the kind of guy turns the other lawyer like, "We can release him, right?" "Yeah, okay." And then I was done.
What did they want out of you? To be like, I'm an easy pushover, and I'd love to vote guilty?
Well, I think they didn't want someone who was like had a problem with the system to begin with, I guess.
See, but now if I say that when I have jury duty in November, because I've pushed it so many times, and now they've said you can't say COVID anymore. Because I was saying COVID. Because I have an unvaccinated child. I didn't want to go on jury duty.
Sure.
I should say that 2 of the 3 juries were with the same judge. And I remember I had the same judge the second time. I was like, I'm going to mention that I had the same judge. And that oh, good. I guess you were good last time.
Does anybody want to have jury duty? I feel bad.
I mean, if I knew there was like a perfect window of like I didn't have anything to do, which is, I mean, you could argue there are a lot of those windows, but
it would be interesting people watching.
But
it's not people watching. It's somebody's fate is in your hands.
But the last time I did it, they put you in this big jury room, and they called a group of people. They didn't call my group. Then the guy comes back and goes, "I'm going to have some good news for you. So gather your belongings." And he just sent us all home. So for 6 years, I don't have to do anything. I didn't have to be, vetted or say what my excuse was.
I like that.
And it's such a comedian who's like the contrarian of the group.
Right, but
Were you doing bits?
I was doing the bits.
Oh, you're doing the yarmulke bit and the neck tattoo
But I
bit?
also feel like, since we're talking about this, I feel like I've been on 3 juries. Can I never
Yeah.
do jury duty again?
I've gotten out of it every
Yeah,
time.
I know people. Most of my friends have never been on a jury.
I've never been
and
on
I
a
have
jury.
3 fucking juries.
I've never been on a jury, and I feel like if I ever got called in, I would tell them I cannot, in good conscience, ever vote guilty on anyone because I don't believe in this justice system. So you might as well send me home. But is that a cop out? People say that's a cop out of your civic duty, but I believe that.
I think if you believe it, it's not a cop out.
I do
just
believe it.
realized something. Todd is afflicted with the same thing that you are.
What's that? Judaism?
You guys, you can't tell a lie.
You aren't much of a liar, are you, Todd?
I'm not.
Oh,
I knew that about you.
third bit I often quote.
Okay.
Okay. My friend of mine told me he's got a really good secret for
I thought of that one the other day, actually. That's
for
weird.
getting a free movie at the hotel or something.
No, it was free Wi-Fi. I don't remember the whole bit, but it was like something like, I have a hot tip on how to get free Wi-Fi at a hotel, and it's basically get the Wi-Fi and then tell them it didn't work.
Right. And you say, "Oh, your hot tip is stealing."
Yeah.
I've got a hot tip on how to get free grapes at the supermarket.
Yeah, but it was just so funny. It's like he acted like it was a life hack or something. It's like, no, you're just, I can deceive. It's deception. It's not really like.
What if you're really poor?
Yeah.
It's still theft. Maybe it's
From Marriott?
but it doesn't matter if it's ethical theft or not. I think the point of the bit is it's not really a tip. It's
I understand
a
that.
criminal act.
I'm just saying, I just recognize in him the same thing you have, which is like you can't even white lie.
Right. Well, we were talking about this last night. Natasha thinks being 5 minutes late is being on time,
No, 3 minutes late.
but 5 is late.
I didn't catch your whole 3-minute story.
We were supposed to be somewhere
Uh-huh.
at 6 p.m.
Right.
for this Purim. Speaking of Judaism, it was a Purim party that I was bringing my daughter to. Our daughter, I guess I should technically
So
say.
it's a large party at a synagogue.
I gotta say, I'd be late for that one as well.
Let's see whose side people
But
are on.
in theory, the kids' like costume parade and what they call the Megillah reading started at 6. In theory, we get into. Natasha didn't want to leave. I wanted to leave early enough to make sure we were on time. Natasha was like, "Let's push it." We pushed it. We get in the car. We put the GPS in, and it's 6:03 arrival. And Natasha goes, "Perfect. We're going to be right on time." I said, "No, we're 3 minutes late." In what universe is 3 minutes late right on time?
In every universe, there's a 10-minute.
I mean, I think it depends on the event, and I think maybe it's one of these things where like we're going to start seating people at 6. You could probably come over. You can probably come there at 6:15.
Every event is that.
Yeah.
No event says it starts at 6 and it starts at 6 like that.
So if there's a movie that's at 6, you
Yeah.
think it
No
starts at
movies
6:15?
start on time.
Okay.
Religious parties where the main theme is to get drunk don't.
I mean, I'm a very on-time guy, but I feel like 3 minutes in this situation is not.
It's not that I thought we're going to be late and miss it. It's that the mind frame that would
All
look
right.
at 3 minutes past the
Right.
time that you're supposed to be there and go, "Look, perfect. We're going
No.
to be on time,"
Yeah.
was like a window into Natasha's soul.
Well, you guys should be working this out on your own.
Well, that's what we do on this podcast. The other thing we do on this podcast is take calls. Why
Let's take a call.
don't we go to a call?
Okay, let's take the pressure off us and put it on Shannon in Kansas City.
Hey, Tosh.
Yeah, Moshe?
You know how we were teetering on the edge of divorce recently?
No.
Well, no, not really. But
Honey, don't say the D word.
Okay. You know how we were teetering on the edge of separation recently?
Okay.
Well, we weren't actually, but every relationship goes through rocky points. Every relationship hits a few bumps in the road, or maybe just every person has rocky roads ahead. That's why we recommend you find someone to talk to using Talkspace.
We've all been there feeling unheard, having the same arguments over and over,
Okay, that felt pointed.
or just not knowing how to move forward.
Talkspace gives you unlimited access to a licensed therapist so that you can clear up the confusion and focus on what matters most, being the best person and partner that you can be.
No relationship is perfect, but with the right tools and insight, your relationships can get stronger every day. Just look at me and Moshe.
Exactly. The thing is, Talkspace makes everything easy. It's less expensive than an in-person therapist. You can text your therapist all the time. You can do Zoom meetings. It's awesome. Talkspace even offers couples therapy, so you can work on your relationship with your partner at your side. Join Talkspace today and start the journey to happier, healthier relationships.
Just visit Talkspace.com and get $100 off your first month when you use promo code honeymoon at sign up.
That's $100 off at Talkspace.com, promo code honeymoon. Hi, Shannon. How are you?
Good. How are you guys doing?
It's
Oh,
Natasha, Moshe, and our friend Todd Barry, world-renowned comedian.
And TikTok star.
I'm a TikTok star, Shannon.
Hottest comedian on the planet.
That's right.
There you go. Wow.
That's what everybody always says.
She won up to my own awful self. Congratulations.
What's going on?
Shannon, have you ever served on jury duty?
No.
Okay. All right. You're probably not even old enough to do jury duty. Go ahead. What's your issue?
Okay, I've been dating this guy for 2 months. He's perfect. We mesh well. We have the same interests. We get along. And he's terrified of my cats.
Oh.
Now, this is a Todd question, if ever I've heard one.
Is that the whole problem?
Yes.
Well, I have a cat. How terrified? In what sense is he terrified? Like, will he come over?
He'll come over, but he like stands in the corner and like stomps around.
That's me.
and, like,
I'm terrified of cats.
You are?
And I'm allergic.
You're
Well,
terrified
allergic
of
is
cats?
different. I mean,
Well, once
allergic-
my friend's cat like jumped on my back. I don't know. They just
Oh,
kind of
I love that. That's great.
You like a cat on
I
your
had
back?
a cat. I went to a cat cafe once where they were like, this cat might jump on your back. And I was like, yeah, baby.
You liked it.
It was great.
He likes cats, but they have long, scratchy nails and stuff. And
How many cats do you have, Shannon?
I have 2, Sunny and Cher.
Or what do they? How'd you come up with the names?
Do you know there was a singing duo with that same name?
It's a trip. Wait, you're so young. I feel like. Are you so young, or do you have one of those weird? I'm actually look like I'm 18, but I'm not situations going on?
Exactly. Yeah, I'm 31.
Okay.
And so I'm kind of like ready to like move in with someone. And like
Oh.
he is like terrified. Like he's always like, they're outside right now. He's always like, can you lock him in the basement? And like for a couple months, I was like really gentle and like, I understand cats are weird, but now I'm mad.
What kind of personality do they have? Are they feisty cats? Are they lap cats?
They're lap cats.
Ah.
They're big baby.
I think exposure therapy is the way. to
Oh,
go with
yeah.
that. Get some of that. You ever get that churro liquidy treat? There's this thing that comes in
Oh,
tubes.
yes.
I think you should give it to your boyfriend, your perfect boyfriend. And
Todd's already like doesn't like him because he doesn't like cats.
that was the reason. And see if he could just sort of like, because there are people who are like, I hate cats. Like I even saw TikTok videos like, this is my husband with the cat he hates, and he's like, boo 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 doo, 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 like, you know, they fall in love with them. So.
But
Yeah.
the churro
Right.
stick will help the owner.
Well, I just feel like it's a way to bond. It's just this liquid treat that they lose their mind over.
I see.
So it might be a thing where like it distracts the cat, but then I mean you don't want to be feeding treats all day. But
So you're. I like this exposure therapy. You have any ideas? I have a great idea. I feel like.
well, I want to know, is he allergic to cats? Because that's a different story.
He says he's not.
Okay,
I don't know
that's
if he's
good.
even been around him enough to know.
No, because if I just go into someone's house that has like 2 cats, my eyes start watering and I have to leave in a half hour.
Now,
So
are you guys? How long you been together?
2 months.
2 months. And are you guys?
2 months.
Are you guys sexually active?
Yes.
So have you ever had sex with the cats in the room?
God, no. The other day, one of them was outside the window watching us.
Oh,
He was
that's
like,
well. That's part of the problem. It seems like your cats are kind of perverted.
we're all a very codependent family.
Okay.
I never would have asked you those questions he asked you, by the way.
I'm a hard hitting
I'm
journalist.
going to focus on the cats and their issues.
and I'm going to focus on their sex.
So are you concerned that someday you're going to want to live with this guy and he's going to be like, it's the cats or me?
Yeah.
Well, that you choose the cats then.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I mean, if you were allergic and like my eyes are watering, I'm sneezing, I'm rashing, but if it's like, you know, I'm guessing you love those cats. And
Well, and also, like, I own an old house, and like
Ah.
I didn't have cats for about a month, and I had a mouse problem. And as soon as I got the cats, they were gone.
okay, then. Well, then that's pest control.
You should bring that up a lot.
Question for you. What do you do for work?
Yeah, that you own a house and I don't.
I work in the accounting department at a law firm.
And what does he do for work?
He's a software developer.
Oh, so he's got money too.
Yes.
Well, that's
Okay, that doesn't help me with what I was. I do have a suggestion.
okay.
You got one, Natasha?
Well, I have an idea because, like, I could just tell you as as a fellow non-cat liker, the things that annoy me about cats is that they shit in the house. So that's something that you could just make sure you're really on top of, and maybe even if it's like in the bathroom, put it in it like the most discreet area possible to make it just like go away as much as possible. And then the other thing is the nails, like when that one cat jumped on my back.
Oh,
like
yeah. Natasha wants you to declaw your cat.
Oh, no.
No, yes.
No, I didn't say that.
No.
I didn't say that, but you
We
could just
officially we endorse declawing cats on this podcast.
Do you know that that's
yes, that's
it
what-
cuts off like the first. It's like the first digit
He's
of
kidding.
Right, that's
Oh,
why
you're
we like
joking.
it. That's
Okay,
why we
you're
like
joking.
it.
You're
No,
being
we don't
facetious.
even actually want cats to not have claws. We don't want them to have digits.
We cut off their faces.
Yeah, get those.
No, honestly, we'd say put little teeny tiny zip ties on their paws, and then you don't have to declaw
I want to
them.
help you with this, Shannon. What is his main beef? Now, to what extent does he get upset? Is he just like mildly annoyed, or is he like get really mad? Has it ever ruined a night of yours?
It ruined the night the other night.
And have you
He
ever
was
had
just,
sex
like,
in front of them?
Come on, man.
Okay,
Let
sorry.
me I'm trying to help. Someone.
Okay, I'm sorry, Todd.
He just like jumps up and he gets real scared, and like he doesn't mind the big one that's like big and goofy, but he says the little one's like shisty, and he's like, I don't trust that little one.
Because the cats sleep in the bed with you guys?
It sleeps in the bed with me, but when
Okay.
he's here, I close the door.
What's the word you just used? Shisty?
Yeah, felt anti-Semitic.
A shisty?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Did you meant
No,
is
no,
that a
no.
combination of
You're okay.
feisty and
And shitty.
shitty? So how did it ruin the night the other night?
She was sitting on my lap and he stood up. We were watching TV and he was just standing there, and I was like, well, I can't enjoy this night if you're going to stand next to me while we're watching TV.
Oh.
Because he didn't want the cat to get on his lap.
Right. Yes.
But if he sits down, are the type of cats where you both sit down and watch a movie and they'll both sit on your laps and you can just sit there and chill with your cats?
Yeah, they do get up and move a lot, but
That
they've
sounds-
never I wish they'd climb up my leg or jump on my back. That'd be cool. But they don't do that.
Did they take little bites at him?
No, not really.
Well, it sounds like you have good cats.
I mean, the advice I have is kind of depressing.
What was it?
It's that if you guys break up, if you have a list of things that you want in your next relationship, cat lover.
Cat.
That's important. Because if cats are that important to you and you have someone who literally wants to walk away from you every time you're holding it, I don't know. It just doesn't seem that sustainable unless you can really work on it, like Todd said, and try to get them to bond a little bit.
I think it might be a thing where he gets used to them at some point.
I think Todd's probably right. You're 2 months in.
Yeah.
He still has a balancing act between his his neurosis and how much he loves you, and eventually he'll start to love you more and more, and the cats he'll get used to, and then probably fall in love with them too. However, I do have a practical suggestion. It's possible that he feels outnumbered because now
Get a second boyfriend.
you could get a second boyfriend. That's a good idea. Or just as a suggestion, you have 2 cats, right? So he's outnumbered. It's like you and the 2 cats. You got Sonny and Cher. What if, here's just a suggestion, you take Sonny and you take him snowboarding, right? And maybe Sonny will go the way of Sonny Bono.
Oh my God.
Well, I'm just saying there's a
Man,
possibility.
that was a long way to go for that, to make that terrible.
that joke that no one will get.
All right.
But the people that get it are offended.
I have a question. It's a real cat intensive question. How many litter boxes do you have?
I have 2. They're both covered litter boxes. So they're
Because I think the
little-
rule is you're supposed to have the amount of cats plus 1 for litter boxes.
Oh, so 3.
Third litter, although I don't follow that rule. I'm like,
Ew, three
Wait, why
three
ew? That's good.
open shitholes in your house?
That's
No, as a non-cat person, I'm telling you that's the thing. That's
Wait, you want
disgusting.
less? What Todd's saying is
She needs
the
to
more-
clean it all the
more,
time.
The more you have, the more sanitary it is, right?
I think it's more sanitary, and I think maybe it just they're more likely to just it's convenient for them, so they're less likely to pee on your furniture, maybe. But maybe you don't have that issue with your cat. How old are your cats?
They're 2 years old.
Sorry, they're going to be with you for another 2 decades.
Those
Well,
cats
plus,
are.
they're indoor, outdoor, so they go outside and go to the bathroom in the garden and stuff all the time.
So
they're
can you-
rarely ever.
How about this? When he comes over, can you let them out for a while?
I do, but then I get scared that they're gonna stay out all night and get eaten by a fox or something.
So you don't have a big fence or anything.
Are cats usually stymied by fences, Todd? Don't they have? Isn't that like the kind of classic characteristic of a cat that it can get over things?
Yeah, that's true. That's a fair point.
Listen,
Maybe she has like a 30-foot wall or something.
Yeah, maybe you should build a 30-foot
Like a
fence
Trump-style wall.
so your cats will be trapped in your house.
but I mean, I do like just not like throwing, like, closing them outside all the time. That's not sustainable either if they're indoor, outdoor. So I think what Todd is saying is a really good idea. Like, try to get him at least slightly charmed by them. I actually did like one cat once.
I have a question. This is I think a solution maybe.
Okay.
I think,
Is it a Sonny Bono?
first of all,
death
do you get
joke?
along well with this guy? Do you guys fight ever? Or?
No, we don't fight. We usually talk everything out.
I think you should ask him, is this going to be an issue? Because I love my cats and I want to keep them. Is this going to be an issue? And then at that point, it's like, I think it's taking it to the next level of solving it. Because he might just say, you know what, I'm a little scared of them. I'm not used to them, but it's going to be fine. And then you break up with him. No.
Have you ever had a conversation with them about the cats where you just straight up say, like, what is this going to be an issue, like Todd's saying?
Yes. The other night, I almost burst into tears. And he was like, I'll get better. I'm getting better.
All right.
Before he wouldn't come in the door.
I think that's good. So
Yeah.
I think as long as he's not like it's them or me, then you're fine. And
That's what I would say.
Yeah, I think you're fine.
But honestly, you have crazy nice wallpaper.
Yeah,
and,
you do have a nice wallpaper. I noticed that also.
And really beautiful like cabinetry and built-ins and stuff. I would not recommend having a cat at all in that house. It doesn't seem like the right choice.
That's another thing cats do. They ruin your furniture.
They ruin the furniture.
You guys are like, that's like a certain type of person who likes cats.
Yeah, I think they call them cat people. Yeah. I think that's what they're called.
All right, Shannon. Well, good luck. And
I don't
keep
think you have a
trying
big
with him.
problem. I think you're going to be all right.
Yeah, but we were thrilled to talk to you, and we love your wallpaper.
Yeah.
Thank you. I love you guys. I'm huge fans. I have the Natasha Leggero haircut.
Oh,
Oh,
it's cute.
Yeah, it's kind
You
of
should get a Todd Barry haircut.
All right, we'll see you on TikTok, Shannon. Thank
Okay,
you.
bye.
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 That was fun.
Hey, you liked that?
You had
Yeah,
some
that was
good
good.
advice.
Yeah, I think I did. I think the last thing I said was actually,
It was very in your wheelhouse too. You're very much a cat lover, as you discussed the last time you were here.
yeah, but I mean, because it was, you sort of had to figure out whether it was like a real problem or just like, oh, this is a little annoying.
Well, so cats also they can have strong personalities. Like, don't you fight with your cat sometimes?
She gets a little shisty.
Shiesty.
Shiesty. Did you see how much she panicked when I made a little joke that it sounded vaguely anti-Semitic?
It didn't, though.
It didn't. I was just joking, but she was in Kansas City, and she thought she had accidentally, like, truly called upon the protocols of the Elders of Zion. Like, she had no idea. Hey, Tosh.
Yeah, Moshe.
You know, it's more and more difficult to take care of yourself with all of the stress of the news cycle. Don't you agree?
No, I'm actually having a great old time.
All I'm saying is we've been focused for 2 years on making sure we don't get sick, but maybe it's time for us to start thinking about how to get even healthier. Care Of is a subscription service that ships high-quality, personalized vitamins, supplements, and powders conveniently to your door every month.
You just have to take a short, in-depth quiz about your health goals and lifestyle and get personally tailored recommendations based on your answers. You can stick with what Care Of recommends or change up your pack at any time.
All this stuff comes straight to your door. It's personalized packs of vitamins and supplements that are made from plant-based compostable films, so you don't have anything nasty. They're good for you. They have clean ingredients, and they're backed by the latest science and research, so you can feel good about what you're putting in your body.
It was so easy to take the quiz, and it reinforced what I had already been suspicious of, which is that I need iron and vitamin D.
Is that what made you turn from being kind of a raging harpy into just the sweet ray of sunshine you are today?
Yes, honey.
Unbelievable. Thank you, Care Of.
For 50% off your first Care Of order, go to takecareof.com and enter code honeymoon50.
That's 50% off your first order at takecareof.com. Enter promo code honeymoon50.
Okay, Todd, you were so good at that. Let's take another call.
Oh, thank you.
Are you up for that?
I am very up for it.
Okay.
I'm staying 3 inches from here, so.
We're going to call, Todd, another right down the sweet spot for Todd.
Why is that?
It's a caller from New York City. You're a
Shit.
person that knows a lot
shit.
about New York City.
Oh, shit.
Lauren in New York.
I like that she specified New York City.
New York City.
Because that's not Brooklyn, right?
Yes, it is.
No, Manhattan. I guess, New York City also means the Bronx. and
What?
Brooklyn.
Are you new? Is this new information to you? Lauren, what borough do you live in?
In Brooklyn.
Yeah, New York City, a.k.a. Brooklyn, a.k.a. Lauren. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
You have unbelievable eyebrows. Let me just start there.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Lauren, it's Natasha, Moshe, and our friend Todd Barry, also from New York City. Well,
Hello.
residing in New York City.
Hello.
I like your lamp, by the way.
Thank you. It's from IKEA.
Wow,
wow.
that's a wow. Jesus, wow, way to drop the. Okay, I didn't realize we were talking to the aristocracy. Lauren, have you noticed that I complimented you, Todd complimented you, and Natasha
Let the men speak, because I always let the men speak, and then when they're done, I try to drop my wisdom.
Well, what do you have to say? What do you like about Lauren?
I think that I wouldn't have noticed the lamp because it works so well with the tableau. I think she's got, that sculpture actually looks like it's higher art. She's mixing it with IKEA. Really nice job.
Is that a painting or a whiteboard? I can't tell.
They're actually like meltdown posters, and Moshe is actually on one.
We have a comedy fan among us.
God.
All right, very cool. And you have the RBG doily. You've got everything going for you right now.
Oh, you know what? I have 3 meltdown posters I'm trying to figure out how to frame. But now that I see you with the 4, I'm going to find the 4th and do what you did.
I like this.
So that's an inspiration.
All right, Lauren, we've done our analysis of you. You seem cool. You've got a Victorian doily on and full sleeve tattoos. You're definitely a person with some secrets and some edge to you. But you like a classic vibe as well. How can we help?
I do. So my fiance and I are getting married next year, and we are paying for the wedding ourselves. And we're starting to put together the wedding list now, the guest list. And I'm torn because there's some people in my immediate family that I very much don't like. And I don't want to, A, spend the money to have them there, and B, I don't want to look out and see these trash people on that day. So I'm wondering, do I not invite them and make room for people who I love and actually want to be there? Do I suck it up and invite them and see, deal with that drama afterwards?
I say if they're slightly annoying, you can invite them. But if you strongly dislike them, which it seems the way it is, then it's your wedding, and why taint it with people you don't want there?
Todd, what is it that she said that made you think she strongly dislikes them? I mean, was it when she called them trash people, or was it something else?
I mean, it is your party, and you even if it's a small wedding, you're putting so much into it. And in my opinion, the most important thing to throwing a party is the guest list. Second is music or food, maybe food.
Yeah,
then
food
music.
before music.
Okay, then food, then music. But I think that people who are coming, they're going to put you in a bad mood, but it might be good then to keep the wedding quote small.
Unless you think, is there going to be some drama if you don't invite them? That's going to make it not worth it?
Well, my mom is very supportive, but it's my immediate family. So it would be my aunt is the one who I don't like.
Your aunt?
So I would be inviting my aunt. So I'd invite my uncle and my cousins, but
Wait,
not
her
his wife.
husband?
You can't
Her
not.
husband and children?
That's
No, Lauren.
Lauren. Yeah, Lauren.
Lauren, no.
That's called a fantasy.
Yeah.
Wow, that's that would be impressive if you did that.
Why do you dislike this aunt so much?
So it's my aunt and then also my mom, same side of the family. I hate my cousin, so I would theoretically invite my aunt and uncle, but not my cousin.
Oh, so you have another set of aunt and uncles where you want to invite the parents, but not the child. And in another family unit, you want to invite the husband, not the wife, but then their children. Is that right?
Yeah.
How many people are you inviting to this wedding?
120.
Okay.
Also, imagine the mail or them getting ready. How are you going to shield the invitation from one member of this family?
I know.
I think you should not do anything because of guilt, but you also, I think inviting one member of a couple is a little, might cause some more problem. I mean, I would admire you if you did that and applaud you.
Well, what's funny about it is when you invite someone to a wedding, there's an automatic assumption of a +1 that they're allowed to bring a date. So it'd be funny to invite your uncle and then say specifically you are not allowed to bring a date.
Yeah, plus you should say your uncle's name plus anyone else but your wife.
+1 other than Auntie Peg. Now,
I mean, I have to say, I did not. I have 7 aunts and uncles, and I didn't invite any of them.
that's
to my wedding,
okay.
or my cousins.
It's okay to not have invited them.
I kept it small, but I still invited 100 people. But I still invited like my favorite cousin.
But
I still invited. I don't know.
But you wouldn't have invited. Did you invite your favorite cousin and not his siblings or her siblings?
Don't you guys want to know why they don't like their aunt?
I definitely do.
Okay, sorry. I'm just letting you know they don't really talk to me either. So maybe now I'm realizing why.
Yeah, what's wrong with Aunt Peg?
She's very hateful. There's a lot of like family history, but basically my uncle owed my mom a lot of money, and she was a single mom. She had just bought a house. My mom is a single mom, and then my aunt, I won't say her name, but
Peg.
She called my mom Peg. She called my mom on Christmas and was like, "Stop harassing my husband. He doesn't owe you anything. Stop mooching off him." Like she called us Christmas morning and did that. He's also disabled, and she like would have the kids imitate him and like make fun of him, their father. Like she's awful.
She sounds like a card. I don't know. I'm kind of
coming across as a pretty cool lady.
I would now forbid you from inviting this person.
I'm warming up to her. I like this whole impression stuff.
Do her kids like her?
One of them does. One of them does not.
I have a general question to my married friends here. Isn't there sort of an assumption that there's going to be people at your wedding who you're not thrilled with, or is that possible to weed all that out?
Well, like for example, my brother, not my brother who lives here, but my older brother, he lives in Illinois, and I told him he couldn't drink if he came to my wedding, so he decided to not come.
Okay.
So I kind of made that because I know how it ends, and that's not. I was throwing a party and
a question, maybe you could do what Natasha's suggesting. Remember, she said to her brother, no drinking, that's the problem. Maybe you could say no impersonating people with severe disabilities.
No, that would be passive aggressive. What is it?
Pretty direct.
All right. What I have two questions. First of all, what's the worst thing you think she would do at your wedding? Is
That's
she
a good
vindictive?
question.
Or is this a punishment of yours?
Yeah, no, I would do it like very intentionally as a fuck you to be like, I don't want you there.
This
I
is
think she
simple.
would just like sit
I have
quietly.
another idea. I don't know. It might be too late for this. Is to do a super scaled down wedding where you invite 10 people.
Yeah, that's a possibility.
She already is inviting 120 people.
I know. I guess you already have that.
Natasha, you have it?
So my second part is so you do think she would do something crazy or vindictive? No, it's just it would make you happy to disinvite her.
Lauren isn't vindictive.
Right.
And wants to be vindictive.
Okay.
Yes.
How important is it for the people surrounding her to come to your wedding?
Honestly, not super important. I like my cousin from that nuclear family.
And I think maybe you could just send your cousin a little email and just be like, just so you know. No. Oh, I was going to go the other way. I was going to say, just so you know, this wedding, like, I'm not inviting blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. Or, it's kind of like just like friends. It's in New York. And my husband and I are just kind of doing, I don't know. That sounds bad.
Well, you're saying write her an email, write the cousin an email.
Let her know
just
she's
so
not
you
getting
know,
invited.
Oh, you could write an email to tell them they haven't been invited? I don't think so.
No?
This is very simple to me. You have a choice.
She doesn't really want, they're not that close.
You have a choice. You can either have your cousin and your uncle at your wedding with your aunt that you hate, or you can't have the family at your wedding. This is this is very simple. And if you don't invite them, that's the end of your relationship with that family altogether. They won't forgive you because they'll know that it was a fuck you. So you just have to choose. Do you want them out of your life altogether, all three of them? Or do you want to just unfortunately look out on your special day and see one face that you don't like?
Do you think that you could have this wedding, she arrives and you just kind of give her the bare minimum, hello, how's it going, Aunt? And then never talk to her the entire night and have a good wedding?
I could definitely not talk to her.
You got those skills.
Okay, well, how about this? How does your mom feel? Because it sounds like your mom's the one who she's been really rude to, and you're kind of like, has your mom forgiven her for calling Christmas morning and telling her to back off?
No, my mom has never forgiven her, but my mom, she is very supportive, and she said it's your wedding, do whatever you want, don't take anything that I say into account. So she's fine if I do want to kind of blow it up and give a huge middle finger.
I think this is simple.
Does your mom talk to her?
No.
Nobody wants this.
Don't invite the whole family. It just seems so simple. Don't invite that family.
Because your mom, this is a big day for your mom. Her daughter's getting married, and then she's going to have this you know, and then if one of your cousins ever says anything about it, you can say we really did try to keep it on the small side and just do friends. Because if I invited some cousins, I had to invite all cousins, and it was beyond our budget. And that's only if they ask.
And then that person says, but you did invite all the other cousins.
Well, maybe don't invite all the other cousins.
Question: did your uncle ever pay your mom back?
No.
Never? Don't invite the uncle either. Why is Aunt Peg the main villain here? This disabled guy is taking your money and running.
That's true.
I think you
How
don't
much
invite
money are we
anyone.
talking about? Like a lot of money? You don't have to say the amount.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, actually go ahead and say the amount. I need that amount.
Many tens of thousands of dollars.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You don't invite the uncle, or you invite the family. Here's what you do. I got it. You invite the family, but then you make a special invitation that you print it out and you say
An invoice.
and yeah, it's an invoice exactly on your registry. Say you're invited to the wedding only if you on my registry pay the exact amount that your uncle owes your mom. No, you don't invite the family.
I like it.
In this case, you can invite the cousin because you don't care about saying fuck you to the aunt and uncle. Invite the cousin if you want, but don't have them there. Why would you have them there? They owe your family tens of thousands of dollars.
I think it's all about whether your tolerance. Like if it's like, hey, they're there, I'll be whatever. I'm not going to let them ruin my night. But if you feel like, oh, that will actually really severely affect my night, then don't invite them. It's your wedding.
It clearly will, because she's having fantasies. She and her mom are having fantasies of being at the wedding, telling this woman off, which
Yeah.
is like, come on.
What
You got to evolve past that.
What is the path of least resistance, the least drama, is to just never send the invitation in the first place.
I think I hate to agree with Moshe, but I think he's right. But I really do hate to agree with him.
Oh, well.
Me too, Todd.
Yeah, wow. Does that
No, I think you should take the chance. I think he's right, because it's like it might feel weird not to invite the two people you like in the family, but I think that's the price they pay for being associated with this person who's going to bum you out.
Yeah, I totally agree. Yep. Honestly, the price they pay is tens of thousands of dollars. I mean, it's just like it seems so obvious.
Or just invite the cousin.
Yep. I think you could do that.
You
have
like the cousin, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I think invite the cousin, because you don't want to cheat that person out
Yep.
of your wedding. And then
I'm with it.
I always feel bad for people who don't get along with their siblings.
Who doesn't get along with their siblings?
Her
in this
mom
story?
and her sister hate each other.
Well, that's not her sister, right? That's some interloper.
Sister-in-law.
Oh, good. Okay, good.
But honestly, she seems like a jerk, but your uncle seems like a jerk too. He owes all this money. I mean, that's
Yeah.
not cool. Invite the cousin.
True.
I think we've solved your problem. I think this is obvious.
Thank you.
So are you going to invite the cousin only?
Probably.
Because I feel like just to put a button on this, is that I feel like if your behavior's that bad, you should sort of expect to not be invited to certain things.
Absolutely. Although people like that,
They don't think they're
never
wrong.
get the
Right.
lesson you think that they're
And then
they
it gives
should
them
get.
another chance to be shitty. Like, why didn't you invite me to your wedding? Yeah.
Well,
Well,
you know that old scene in A Bronx Tale where the guy owes the young dude $20, and Chaz Palmolieri, he's like, I'm gonna go fuck him up, and Chaz Palmolieri pulls him aside and says, how much does that guy owe you? $20. And then they go, do you like the guy? Says Chaz to the young guy, and he goes, no, I hate the guy. And Chaz goes, listen, you just spent it just cost you $20 to get that guy out of your life forever. That's a good deal if you ask me. And in your case, you don't like the aunt, you don't like the uncle, and it only cost you tens of thousands of dollars to get him out of your life forever. So it
Yeah.
seems like a bargain.
Are you going to tell him it's not Chaz Palmieri?
yeah, I was going to correct.
What is it?
Palmentary.
Palmentary. But you know what? The point still remains.
The point was a little ruined
He's
by
just such
getting
an
the name wrong.
obscure. Well, yeah, it was just funny.
It kind of took the edge, the point off the point for me.
Well, Lauren, good luck, and try to take the high road. I know it's hard, but I think your wedding deserves it, and make it about your husband.
Yeah, don't feel
and-
guilty about doing the wedding you want to have.
I just had, based on what both of you are saying, I just had the moral realization of this whole call is you don't want to make a petty, like, resentment, like, insult, dig on your family to be even, or the lack thereof, to be a part of your wedding. Your wedding should be all about your exciting new journey with your husband. You don't want
and starting a new family that doesn't have resentments against each other.
right. So
Can I ask what kind of food you're serving at your wedding?
that's a great question, Todd. I'm glad
I'm
you
really
asked.
curious.
Well, we're getting married in a hotel in Greenpoint, and they are doing all the catering there. So, like, New American, probably.
Okay.
Do you like new American food, Todd?
I do. I'm very much into small plates in New America.
Are you going to get the salmon or the chicken at her wedding?
Salmon and chicken. Yeah, can the three of us come to your wedding?
Oh, that's a great idea.
I'll get
question.
the salmon. The
Would that
slab
be
of
cool?
salmon.
Sure.
We would pay tens of thousands of dollars to come to your wedding.
Perfect. March 23rd next year. March 24th next year.
We expect an invitation. And is it possible that I could get a +1? Because I have a friend that wanted to come.
And do you have a rate for the hotel in case we need a place to stay?
Do you want to know?
Did you do a block of? You get a block of rooms?
There's a block. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. I'll
amazing.
send you the info.
Todd actually has a house in Manhattan, but he would like to stay at the hotel just to see what it's like.
I'll cover it. Don't worry.
Here's a question for you before you go. Can I get a +1? Because I have a friend that wants to come along with me.
Only if it's my aunt.
Do they
It's
allow
not your
dogs
aunt.
at the hotel?
It's not your aunt.
Because
It's
we are going to be traveling with 3 dogs.
It's a famous actor. Do you want to know who it is?
Chaz Palmieri.
Chaz Palmieri, the famous Chaz Palmieri.
All right, Lauren. Well, good luck.
Bye, Lauren.
And I think
It's
we
good.
really helped
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah,
so.
I know I helped you.
Thank you.
Bye. All right, that was good.
That was a
good.
tough one, though, huh?
Well,
Yeah.
once we got the information that it was like she wanted to invite one person in a family, that's not cool.
But whenever there's like this guilt of like, I feel bad not inviting them. That's a rough thing to wrestle with.
Guilt and weddings shouldn't go together. It's all about you. It's all about you
Yeah.
having the greatest experience possible.
Is guilt ever useful?
I don't think guilt is a useful emotion. I think it's worthless. Hey, Tosh.
Yeah, Moshe.
Remember when I had that idea for mellower weed that would help you quit smoking?
How could I forget? You mention it once every 6 months.
Well, the people at Dadgrass, they had that idea and they actually started a business. We've all been too high when we smoke, but Dadgrass is smokable hemp. It's totally legal in all 50 states, and it's like a mellower situation. You can smoke weed without the weed out of your brain feeling.
Yeah, just, that feeling of being like too high, I cannot deal. And also with today's weed, it can be very hard to figure out like how much to take. So Dadgrass makes it easy. They're reviving the pleasure of the casual smoke with 100% organic hemp, so you can just chill out without the stress or thinking that the world is going to end.
Speaking of a lack of stress, you can take it on any flight because they are TSA approved. Right now, Dadgrass is offering our listeners 20% off their first order when they go to dadgrass.com/honeymoon.
All Dadgrass products are federally legal for ages 18 and over, and it ships right to your door anywhere in the U.S. Go to dadgrass.com/honeymoon for 20% off your first order.
That's dadgrass.com/honeymoon. Let's do some secrets and get out of here.
So how does this work? People just confess to something?
Yeah.
It's just audio.
We have a
Okay.
secrets hotline. People
Okay.
call in. They give us their deep, dark secrets, and then we just roast them.
Oh, okay. Did they know they're going to be roasted, or is this
Yeah,
a blind,
yeah.
unfair attack?
Yeah, it's an unfair attack.
Okay.
We know
Oh,
what we do.
then
is
I'm in.
We do ads in like Reader's Digest and say a supportive place to leave your secrets, and then we put them on our podcast and just fucking rip them to shreds.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Hi, Natasha. Hi, Moshe. I
Sexual.
have a secret for you guys. So I just got home from work, and I work at a strip club.
There you go.
And this has never happened to me before, but tonight I was giving this guy a lap dance, and like for some reason the way I was grinding on him was really turning me on. And eventually, about halfway through the lap dance, I realized I was about to orgasm, and I just like really kept grinding on him, but he kind of ruined it. He like kept talking and would kind of stop me to talk to me. So he completely ruined my orgasm, which has never happened to me ever, giving a lap dance, and I've been doing it for a while. So I knew I couldn't make it until I got home, so I went in the private bathroom that's in the back and rubbed one out in the strip club because he ruined the lap dance for me. This is really embarrassing. Love the podcast. I love you guys. Bye.
Oh man, I just can imagine like her just trying to keep rubbing on him.
I think this is an example of had he known.
He might have been quiet.
I think the last thing unless you're like a real, like, oh, I bet she's really going to have an orgasm with her fucking.
Well, I gotta say, to me, this is so weird because I know for a fact that every time I've ever gotten a lap dance at a strip club, the stripper has had to go into the bathroom and masturbate.
Weird.
Yeah, isn't that odd? Because I'm always almost bringing them to orgasm.
See, I bet Todd is also like you, Moshe, in the sense, Todd, let me peg you for this. You don't like strip clubs.
I don't like strip clubs.
Neither does Moshe.
I don't love them.
I just feel like I shouldn't be there.
I don't even feel like I shouldn't be there. I feel like if I'm going to be this close to a naked woman, I would like to have sex with them, not just sit there and go and admire them. But I also don't like them because it's so awkward because the strippers get so unbelievably turned on when they're around me. This just happens to me all the time. I really related to this woman. Mm-hmm. What do you think?
Yeah, what are you supposed to do with the lap dance? It's such a
Sit
weird
there.
like king. Like it's like, are you supposed to pretend like you're a king?
I
and
wonder what he was.
sit there?
I'm curious what he was talking about.
I know. It's so funny.
Probably talking about his car and his houses.
He was like trying to be cool.
Is the idea that the girl grinds on you and you get like a boner, but then you can't do anything with it?
I truly don't know what
It
the
is
point
weird.
of a lap dance is. I've never understood it. It feels so awkward.
You want a girl grinding on you.
I don't want that. I mean, I do want that.
Maybe
but
he
not
was
in that
talking to his friend. Maybe they were just like at the like how two girls will go to the nail salon and get a pedicure together. They're getting like a.
It's always been an odd experience. Have you had a lap dance, Todd?
I don't know if I've.
Don't want to talk about it. You don't have to talk about it. But it's bizarre. You're not supposed to touch them. So it's this.
You can't even
It's this weird thing where it's like, okay, you see the naked lady on stage. Do you want to make this more sexual? Yeah, come in this room. Pay a lot more money. It'll be more sexual. How sexual? Not much more sexual. Like it's just a little bit more
They're
sexual.
touching you. They can touch your knees and stuff.
Yeah, and then they like do a weird dance and then they leave. It's all very bizarre. And then they're asking you questions because they're trying to also maintain the illusion that it's like, you guys are like friendly, but not actually hooking up,
So women or men are probably going in and jerking off.
I don't know. You can't jerk off?
No, like in the bathrooms.
It could
Well,
be.
there's that attendant. So
You're not supposed. Yeah, there's a guy giving you breath mints. He's called an anti-cum guy, and he's there to make sure no one's coming.
Okay, let's hear another one.
All right.
I can tell Todd's uncomfortable.
Yeah, this will be less sexual probably.
Hi. A
Already.
couple years ago, I lived in Australia as a nanny for a family. And while I was there, I went on a first date, and we decided to go to a basketball court near where I was staying so I can show off my hoop skills. Anyways, we went at night, and about a half an hour through the date, a group came out onto the court and mugged us. They took our wallet, keys, our phone, and they were throwing rocks at me and attempting to pull my hair, but thankfully we were able to get away before anything further progressed. I told this to my friends and family, and they always tell me how brave and inspiring I am to have gone through that, but a detail I always seem to leave out is that the group that mugged us, they were 3 or 4 teenage girls. All right, that's my secret. Thanks for listening. Bye.
The hair pulling should have given it away because that's a classic move among women.
I mean, that is so funny. It was her and a grown woman and an adult male and 3 teenage girls, and they allowed themselves to get mugged.
what would be like the heroic part of that? Just being a mugging victim. What's
Well, if it
heroic?
was 3 like
'Cause they
dangerous,
got away.
big dangerous criminals, like wow, you
Big
made it.
dudes, they
That's
got
so
away.
scary, and you made it through that traumatic event.
Right,
Wow,
right.
what an amazing thing! But it actually sounds like it was like 3 small cats that came and were like meow meow, and then they just gave up the goods.
I mean, hair pulling can hurt.
Yeah, but you don't let a teenage girl pull your hair. You can fight back, I think is the idea.
Right.
I mean, imagine being the guy on that date and trying to get a
you
second
feel like
date.
3 girls couldn't beat you up? Three like ratchet teenage
I would.
girls?
What I will say is, and maybe this is. I hope this doesn't sound misogynistic, but if I was with a woman on a date and 3 teenage girls tried to mug me, I would attempt to not allow them to mug me. I definitely wouldn't be like, "Oh my God, here's my wallet." I think I would attempt to
What
stop
if a girl
the
had
mugging.
a switchblade?
A switchblade? She
And
has a knife? I think I would probably break her elbow, take the switchblade, put it in her jugular vein, and run off with my date and make love in the blood of my enemies. What would you do, Todd?
I'll tell you what I don't do is fight them.
What would you do?
Moshe would.
I'd probably hand over whatever they want.
What if they were less the preteens? They're 10.
10-year-olds?
3 10-year-olds.
Then I'd tell them, hey, why don't I just I hold on to my money and we'll go get you some bubble tea or something. I don't know why I said bubble tea.
They're 3 Asian 10-year-olds. And you get them some bubble tea.
Let's go get some candy and some.
I feel like I would maybe shove or punch in the face a 10-year-old boy if he was doing that.
A 10-year-old, now it's a 10-year-old girl.
I don't know if I could punch a girl in the face.
You would punch a 10-year-old boy in the face, but not a girl? That doesn't even make sense.
Well, that's just where I draw the line.
Okay, I like it.
If he was trying to like strangle me or something.
I mean, look, it obviously would depend.
If a girl was trying to strangle me,
Listen, I'm sure these were 3 intimidating teenagers. I'm sure they were not like innocent looking, like twee teenagers.
Okay.
But that is funny. All right, one more secret.
Let's hear one more.
Yeah.
Hi. So my secret is, oh, my fucking family arguing in the background. So yeah, I have a very close neighbor who is raising a bunch of kids on her own. She's African American. I am white. Live in Los Angeles. What I like to do is go to the racist uppity sides of towns, closer to Beverly Hills, downtown, some areas, and I go to the grocery stores, fill up my tote bag with whatever I want, and I walk out, no questions asked, because their racist as fuck mentality allows me to do so. And then I give my neighbor half the stuff that I get, and I feel like it's my way of getting back at racism and systematic bullshit. So never told anybody that. I've been doing it for 4 years. Never got caught. Yeah. So, yeah.
I don't believe he actually does it.
Oh, you think this is a full-on lie?
I don't know.
Maybe he did it once.
I don't feel like this is something every week.
He just waltzes into the supermarkets and...
Well, what is this assumption that when he gets to a rich neighborhood, he's like dismantling systemic oppression
exactly.
because of the unbearable racism of the Bel Air neighborhood? It's like, okay.
Why is he getting away with stealing?
He thinks he's getting away with stealing because he's white. And that might be true, that they don't look at him shoplifting because he's white and in a fancy neighborhood. And he takes the food and then he gives it to his neighbor. It sounds to me like what he's doing is justifying his shoplifting addiction.
Yeah.
I'm not sure he's dismantling systemic oppression.
If you really want to dismantle it too, just give them all the food.
I think that's or just give them money or something.
Right.
Or,
give them about $25 a week.
If you give them $20 worth of groceries, you could just give them $20.
Yeah,
if they're taking your groceries for free, they'll take your money for free.
How about this? $20 to the family next door, $20 to the NAACP. I believe that will do more to dismantle systemic oppression.
And don't tell people that.
Yeah, no longer keep this a secret forever. Natasha.
Yes?
I think it's time for us to say goodbye.
Well, let's hear where Todd's going to be.
Todd, where are you going to be coming up?
March 26th. Natasha and the birthday of Natasha and I. We have the same birthday.
Wait, you're doing a show on your birthday?
In Chicago,
on our birthday?
Yeah,
I should do a show on my birthday in Chicago. I'm from there.
That happened to be where they offered. That's where they offered. And I just said, I'll just do it. It's something to do on my birthday.
Could you honor Natasha's birthday on your show? Could you mention something about it?
We had a birthday show last year. You should have invited me. I would have opened for you.
No, you're too big to open for.
I could not agree more. It would be awkward. I mean, people would be chanting her name.
I only want to do 20 minutes.
So you'll be in Chicago. Where at?
Oh, a place called The Den.
The Den,
which
in
I hear is
Chicago.
very nice. I've seen pictures.
I've performed there. It's an awesome place.
Then,
Go check out Todd if you're watching this.
And I have
Get
a
your
European
tickets.
tour in May. If you guys have a European,
we don't. Not even one. Not one European listener. Where are you going?
I'm going to. Let's see if I can remember it. Paris, Antwerp, Rotterdam, Amsterdam. Oh shit! Oh, Hamburg, and then Lisbon.
Amazing. And can
Yeah.
these dates be found on your Instagram?
They can. The Lisbon date hasn't been added yet, but that's May 24th.
I want to do a comedy show in Portugal.
Sounds amazing.
Sounds fucking amazing.
You're welcome to be on my show.
I could open for you, but Natasha's too big.
I would make.
That was really disrespectful.
I would make a three-person show.
Ooh, that's
We
second.
should do
That
that.
sounds like so much fun. Oh, God. All right, Todd Barry, one of the great comedians. You should definitely go check him out in Chicago or in Europe. To all of our European listeners, check him out on Instagram. Todd, you're the best. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
And Natasha,
You guys are the best.
love you.
Love you too.